Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I am your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
It's good to be back, Chris. It is good to be back.
It is great to be back.
It's been a while. We've had some scheduling issues. Sadly, the last episode we said we were going to get them fixed before we went on a 9-day hiatus, but
Oh, I forgot we said that.
yeah, we're kind of
Well, we promised a Friday pod, and here we are. So
We did. It's a week late and a Wednesday pod or a Tuesday pod late as well, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're here. We made it. We promised a Friday and we made it. So, I guess to recap, we're just gonna get right in. We're just gonna go right into the wise picks, because we have a lot to cover. So NFL Week 8 wise picks. Chris, let's go right in. What's the first one?
I'm gonna go back on the wagon here. Ride with the Vikings. Which I really thought you're shaking your head already. I thought that I was done with this. I thought that I got out at the right time, and then I saw this, and I was like, maybe the Vikings are gonna get hot and make the playoffs. The Packers are reeling. It's only -1.5. Green Bay's a disaster right now. They just lost to the Broncos. They've lost 3 in a row. Vikings just beat the 49ers. And I know that this goes against the bounce back spot versus letdown spot. That line would scream Packers. But I'm starting to believe in the Vikings again. Is that crazy?
No.
They're 3-4.
No,
and
it's
the
not
NFC's
crazy.
bad. They could definitely make the playoffs.
I think they are going to make the playoffs. I think they're back.
I think they might. They got to win this game.
Well, and they have to win this game.
Can't be 3-5, right?
No, they can't be 3-5.
I guess you could.
The real win was last week. Like they got the win. Got the win they've been waiting for
That's the
weeks
season-changing win.
Yeah, and so that kind of sets them back to square one, where they're looking at this. This is not a lost season. They're gonna get Justin Jefferson back in like a couple weeks, right? It can't be too long.
Yeah, he was out 6 weeks.
So he should be back relatively soon. They're facing a now bad Packers team. I mean, like, we kind of knew they were gonna be bad.
Love stinks.
Yeah,
They stink.
yeah, and they're favored.
No, literally not a single
away.
Exciting player on offense
or defense. Jair Alexander is their most exciting player, cornerback.
Yeah. Preston Smith.
Yeah, like 5 years ago.
Into my boots.
Yeah, honestly. the Vikings should take this win, and I don't think they're gonna they're not gonna trade Kirk Cousins. We've been saying that the whole time.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially They win this and their season they're at 500. They're starting over. And as you said, in an NFC that is not good. It's not good at all, really.
4-4, they'll probably be tied for a playoff spot.
I'm looking right now. I think
they win this game this week, right?
What?
Off the luck. Could be wrong.
They're pretty damn
Eagles,
close.
Cowboys, Niners, Seahawks, Lions. Yes, they will be tied for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they're right there.
No. I believe. I'm putting my stamp of belief in Kirk and this team. Not to do anything crazy, but to make the playoffs.
I think this is this is terrible for you, Chris. You were a recovering addict. You were this close. The 12-step program, you're on step 11. You fell off the wagon. It's
Is it on the wagon or off the wagon?
I don't know. I don't know.
Classic Seinfeld episode.
Yes.
I thought it was off the wagon. I don't know, because I led with that, and I was like, that didn't sound back off the wagon, picking the Vikings, I think. But yeah, I mean, you're my sponsor. You're letting it happen.
I am. Okay, I'm
also an adult, and I can make my own choices.
I just don't think it's healthy, Chris. Just don't think it's healthy.
It's not. No, it's not at all.
And if they win, it's really not going to get healthy.
I know that.
You might bet them every week after this.
I might. I like to pick my spots, though.
Yeah, that's true. You could.
I'm worried about is the spot was last week.
You're.
It was the Niners game. Playing them at home, and it was only like +5. That was the spot. That's the only thing I'm nervous about because they're just all over the place.
You're like, man, I only do coke at like certain parties, like only the really good ones. It's like that's when I do cocaine.
It's only when I hang out with like these people.
Yeah.
Only on weekends and like Thursdays. Good. Who's in it? Getting some water now. Yeah, take your time. But yeah, it really is a problem, and it's been a problem for at least 2 or 3 seasons now that I can't not bet on this Vikings. But sometimes it works. That's the thing.
Yeah, sometimes it does. And now, oh man, could you hear that in my throat when I was just saying that?
I could, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a good week to pick the Vikings. I think this is they're riding high off last week. It could be, we always talk about letdown spots, but honestly,
Yeah,
I don't like these Packers don't fear me at all. So there's I 100% agree. I think it's gonna work out in your favor. Let's go.
Well, if they lose, I'm blaming it on you because I had all the chances in the world to stop me.
And I just let it happen. Well, okay. If you pick the Vikings, I go, no, Chris, you shouldn't do that. You're just gonna go, I'm a grown man.
But at least go down with a fight.
That's true. All right, my pick. Jaguars. What is going on here?
Oh dear,
Man.
what about a hot team?
Yeah. The Jaguars -2.5.
Were they on bye last week? Let's see them in.
No, they could be on bye. They played 7 games. They're facing Steelers -2.5 over the Steelers.
Who did they play last week? I don't have them in my recap.
They were Thursday. They were the Saints.
Oh, that's right, the Saints.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so mini bye.
Yeah, mini bye week, 10 days rest. Mike Tomlin. I know, especially Mike Tomlin on the. I mean, he's got 2 games. He got to stay 500. He's got 2 games to lose here before he needs to start winning some more. So I think you can take this one off. The Steelers team isn't good. Let's put that out. If they're not good, they're gonna win.
How are they 4-2?
They're gonna win 9 games.
What is happening?
They're gonna win 9 games.
Yeah. Yep.
They're not good though.
It's so dumb. It's so stupid.
Like that. All right, that Rams game last week. The second they missed that extra point, I go, all right, the Steelers are winning this game. Like stupid shit like that happens to the teams that they're playing against. That's what I'm worried about the most. Like this is gonna be like a stupid Trevor Lawrence, like 2 picks early maybe. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But
DJ Watt has like a scoop and score.
Yeah. Something stupid like that. A fumble from a wide receiver or something.
Yeah.
But
Evan Engram drops a wide open pass and then it just lands in somebody's arms.
Yeah, all these things that are going against me. But I look on the other side and I see Kenny Pickett and I see Najee Harris still like 2.2 yards a carry. Like their offensive stats last week are not impressive at all. And they're going to end up sneaking away and winning this game somehow. But
and the other thing about this game is it was the site of that one playoff game when the Jags beat the Steelers.
Yeah, where they torched
that image is always going to be in my head when I see this like uniform combination in that stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the triple B, the killer bees offense, and Bortles beat them.
Yeah, Bortles beat him like 40-0, or it was like 40 to like 14 or something. It was wild,
crazy. I know they hung 40 on
I always think of that too whenever this match.
The Steelers.
Yeah, that's what I always think about that when it comes to this. And look, the Jags need to show that they need to stop messing around. They're kind of like my Gamecocks football.
Mm-hmm.
Like I keep believing and thinking they're gonna take the next step, and they keep fumbling these stupid games they should win. I think they
But they're,
take
I
care of
mean,
business. I think they take
it's
care of
on
business.
4 in a row now.
Yeah, yeah.
It should be.
They went to London. They rejuvenated. You know, they rejuvenated
Yeah.
themselves in London, and they're back. They're ready to show that they're for real, and they're gonna pick apart this poopy Steelers team.
All right. Yeah, I'm in on that. I like that. I just like the Steelers have to.
They
They
scare
can't
me.
win
They
3
scare
games in
me.
a row. They're not good. I know
No,
they do.
there's so many games
All
that scare
right.
me this week.
Moving on.
I can't wait to talk about the rest.
Yeah, the board's not fun trying to make these picks. I really don't like any of them. And I hate to do this, but I'm taking the Cowboys -6 against the Rams. I think coming off a bye, right? Dallas
Yes,
is.
Dallas bye.
That's like half the basis of my pick.
Mike McCarthy off a bye. You scary
Hey.
guy. Scary guy off a bye.
I mean, we always say that he's one of the best minds
Yes.
in the NFL.
Yes.
He's always put together.
We say
his
give
team
him an
so
extra
smart.
week and see what happens.
But this Rams team, we've talked about the Rams succeeding when they can give Stafford time.
Mm-hmm.
And going up against Michael Parsons, I just hate that matchup. You know?
Yeah. No,
It's like old Stafford against young, powerful defense. Cowboys at home. Like, Dak probably has a pretty nice game. It just seems like a game that the Cowboys will coast.
I was wrong about the Rams last week because I thought they could protect a little bit better against the Steelers, but they couldn't. And this just reminds me of a similar game. A good defense, a mediocre-ish offense that can get it done against this Rams team, and a great pass rusher to go against this Rams team. So they need to make sure that they only allowed 2 sacks last week, but they need to make sure that Stafford has time to throw. I mean, and I just don't think they will. 14 for 29, that just shows me that he doesn't have time to throw in the pocket. Yeah. He's getting flustered all the time.
2 sacks, doesn't feel like that many, but it also doesn't tell the full story of how that game went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I 100% agree. And I think it's going to be more the same with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys also, they've had a couple rough offensive games. I mean, they had a couple great ones, 2 great ones. I guess not even great ones. They were defensive scores in those games. They need to wake up the offense a little bit. I need to see some CD. Like I feel like we haven't had a CeeDee Lamb game, and it's coming. It's brewing. I feel like it could be this week.
It's bound to happen at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, and like for the law of like what's that? Like when they regress to the mean, the law of like common numbers or whatever.
Of large numbers.
Law, yeah. At some point, there's going to be a Cowboys domination on offense against a decent enough team, so it can get all the immediate attention. And now it's like perfect midseason first take. Are the Cowboys for real?
They have the Eagles next week. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Went into the Eagles.
And they're matching up. Are these the 2 best NFC teams? Are they in the same division?
Yep.
Like, let's get the media turning. And what a better spot than against the Rams. Because they're a fake good team.
I liked that angle. I didn't even think they are. Yeah. They have the illusion of being a good team, but they're not.
They have the uniforms, they have the quarterback, and they have Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
The illusion
the
of
ring.
a good team. Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
I'm all for it.
Nakua.
Are you worried though that that Sean McVay, the Rams announced that they delivered his kid? Did you see that announcement? The transaction history. It was a weird tweet. It was like I think his name's like.
Oh, I've been off Twitter.
Oh, really?
The Phillies.
Oh no. We'll get to them later.
I don't have a minute of screen time. Twitter.
God.
In like a week.
Well, the Rams tweeted out, they're like, transaction history. I think they named the kid like John McVay. They're like, John McVay has been delivered. Well, okay, all right. That's a little strange. Yeah,
if it's not a player, then it doesn't bother me too much. Like if it was a player, you hammer the anytime touchdown.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A guy to hit a home run or whatever it is. But if it's a coach, hopefully that doesn't equal.
And it was early in the week.
Not crazy about it.
At least he wasn't
Yeah,
delivered
yeah.
on.
It wasn't like the night before.
Yeah, he wasn't delivered on Saturday. If he was delivered
Yeah.
tomorrow, it would
Okay.
have been an issue.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me too much then.
I'm for it. I think I just laid out the whole narrative. So
Yeah, that was extremely well done.
this is my least favorite pick of the week, but it's like almost a necessary evil.
This one stinks so bad.
It's the Falcons -2.5 at the Tennessee Titans, who the Tennessee Titans are starting a duo of Will Levis and Malik
Well,
Willis.
yeah.
And
Ugh.
the God given rule is once you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterback. And
Yep.
they're going into the game announcing that they have two quarterbacks. I just can't see a world where that team, like, when does it ever work out where it's like, yeah, like both these guys are gonna get some time and we'll see. Like it never. When does that ever work out?
Well, Levis is making the start,
Yes.
or whatever that's worth.
And Willis is like I'm guessing is like a
But
Lamar package.
it's got to be. Well, the thing that makes this interesting is we haven't seen Levis.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this line, like, it can't really adjust for what he is because we don't know what he is. So
Yeah.
it's like a stay away from me because I don't trust the Falcons to be road favorites. They
That
squeaked one out last week,
what
but
scares me about this is Ritter, bro. Like that guy has gotta put it. Like he cannot be fumbling at the 1 yard line 3 times.
it was so hilariously stupid.
He
He
is
went from throwing 3 interceptions to no interceptions, but he
but 3
substituted
fumbles.
twice at the 1 yard line.
Him
Insane.
and Jordan Love like baffle me on how they're like. I don't know. I remember like coming into this year, there's a lot of teams that are like, oh, like there's not a lot of necessary for like. There's not a million teams like there normally are that need quarterbacks, and then of course 2 weeks into the season, it's like actually there's a million teams that could use a better quarterback. Like all these
Desmond
guys
Ritter's not
stink.
good.
Yeah,
Jordan Love's not good. Oh wait, Derek Carr's not good.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Honestly, but
But yeah, no, it's
I don't see like I see Henry beating me in this, and that's about it. They got rid of Kevin Byard.
this.
Let's talk about that. They got rid of Kevin Byard,
Yeah,
the
that
Tennessee
was
Titans.
weird.
They trade him
For free.
for free to the Eagles because the NFL just loves giving the Eagles good players. They're like, we just want this team to have. I think the NFL just wants it to be like the most super team ever to not win a Super Bowl. They're like just hoping they can make it all the way and not make it again because this roster is
Yeah.
freaking stacked, and the Titans just gave away their best defensive player to them, their biggest need. Anyways, that just doesn't seem like a team who wants to win this game.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's like it's easy to bet against the Titans this week. It's just who's on the other side. Like I feel like the Falcons can't win 2 games in a row.
I know. It's a terrible team
There's
to
another
bet
one
on.
where it's like, how are they 4-3?
I know, and Bijan Robinson didn't play he played one snap he played like 6 snaps, but got 1 carry last week.
All right, yeah, that was
sniffles.
ridiculous. Has anything come out of that investigation?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just Arthur Smith.
That was pretty sketch.
Yeah,
he's a boob. He's such a boob. I'm 100% back on I don't like Arthur Smith. He just thinks that he's smarter than everybody else.
And it wouldn't be so bothering if the reason why he thought that wasn't I don't play my best players. Like it would be different like if he thought he was smarter than everyone else because like he did a different offensive scheme or a defensive scheme or something.
Yeah. Like, I bet Kyle Shanahan thinks he's smarter than everyone else.
Yeah, because he probably is.
Arthur Smith is just like, yeah, right.
Arthur Smith is like, yeah, all these great players.
Something I'd be worried with this game is Arthur Smith was under Vrabel, right? Like Vrabel might know all the tricks he's got up his sleeve.
But it could have gone the other way. How could that could be an advantage
Possibly.
too, right? Because
I feel like the
Vrabel I feel like definitely has more tricks than Arthur Smith does in his bag. So, um,
Arthur Smith's trick is like, hey, Bijan's active today. Wait.
he's
Like, I don't understand. Like, this could be me oversimplifying football game planning, but if you prepare for Bijan and you see somebody who's worse than Bijan, like, does that affect things?
no.
Like, he's the best player.
No, I don't think like they're like. Do you think last week who'd they even play last week? Bucks. That was a
Bucks.
terrible game. But yeah, do you think the? I don't think the Bucks.
Oh, I had a fun outing.
I don't think the Bucks like lined up. They saw Cordell Patterson back there, and they're like, "Uh oh, they really tricked us this
Like,
time."
oh no.
Yeah, they really got us this time.
They're like, oh, Bijan's still not in. That's surprising.
Yeah, they
I
were
guess
probably
we'll
like,
just play better defense.
yeah, they were probably like, "Thank God, Bijan hasn't been in this whole time." And if he's like,
Anyway,
if you put him on the injury report and then he does get the one carry, isn't that more of like a shock? Like, oh, he did get a carry. Like, oh, instead of
yeah, why'd they put him in for a play?
just
It doesn't make any sense.
all
He
I know.
sucks.
All I know is it was Sunday, and I'm like, I'm driving back from Tennessee after a water polo tournament, and like I have red zone on and everything, but I'm like checking my fantasy scores. I'm like, why is Bijan at 0 points? Like the Falcons have had the ball
Yeah.
multiple times. And it was like that the whole time. I was just like, why does he still have no carries? And all of a sudden, it's like probably 3 o'clock, and they're like, yeah, he's got the sniffles, bruh.
I heard a headache and a stomach ache.
Okay, yeah, maybe it wasn't the sniffles. I knew it was something.
Either
That was
way,
just, yeah.
it's like doesn't make it. But enough
Either
of that.
way, all that being said, somehow looking at the board, I still landed on Falcons -2.5, and
It's
I hate it,
it's
but
more
like,
of betting against the Titans, right?
yeah, and I think I need one of these picks that because like most of these picks I love, and like last week I went 0-3, and this is I need a pick that I need a crisp pick that I don't even like myself, so I'm gonna throw it out there, or not that I don't like, but I'm scared of.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
last two picks.
Here's ready for some picks that people aren't gonna like.
Yeah, these are gonna be everyone's gonna boo us. They're gonna
This
boo
is
us in the comments.
This is some stank right here.
Yeah.
I took an under last week and it hit barely. I really thought that Nick Sirianni was gonna try to dial up another touchdown at the end of that game. He's gonna lose this bet, but I'm taking the under in the Giants Jets game. Just set at 36.5. Which you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the lowest total I've seen in an NFL game. Maybe the Browns Ravens last year was lower
Yeah,
when both their quarterbacks were out.
yeah. I think that was like 34 or something.
But this is shockingly low. Rightfully so.
And you're taking the under.
I'm taking the under. They're begging you to take the over in this game. These teams are not good on offense. The Giants,
And both good on defense.
yeah, the Giants had not scored a touchdown in the first half all season until last week against the Commanders. Also, last week, they scored their last points of the game with 8 minutes in the second quarter. Did not score another point. They are horrific on the offensive side of the football. And they're competent on defense. Going up against Zach Wilson, like, that does not scare me whatsoever. This Jets defense is actually one of the better defenses in the league. I don't know how this game even gets to 25 points.
This is screaming Pats Jets last year, where the only touchdown was the punt return right at the end. That's what this is screaming.
That would be so funny.
And
oh, it's actually down to 35.5 after I put this in.
Good thing you locked in. God.
Yeah.
That
was like 2 hours ago. It wasn't that long ago.
That's
Maybe 31 by kickoff.
That's brutal. Tyrod looked good. Like, not good, but, like, he had moments. He had
I mean,
flashes.
he looked fine.
Yeah, he looked better than Daniel
He looked
Jones.
like an old version of. Yeah, that's fair. That is actually true. Is he playing this week?
Yeah. Yep. Tyrod versus Zach Wilson.
Tyrod is? Or,
Yeah.
okay. I like it doesn't change it for me.
No. If anything, Daniel Jones might be better for the under, which is funny.
The Giants have gone under 30 points in 3 of their last 4 games. The only one they didn't was against the Dolphins. So,
And what about the Jets?
and they weren't
The Jets have had
Jets.
20.
I
They
know
had
they did against the
31.
Eagles.
Yeah, they
That
had.
was 34. That was over. That was 43, 25, 40. Jets aren't as bad as the Giants are.
No, but they're right there. And even when they
Yeah.
win, like they scoring like last week game against the Eagles, you can get that. Boom. Perfect.
2014, yeah, that would be a shootout.
Compared to what you're
These two.
expecting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, since
Yeah,
it's a
this, I
similar
mean,
pick, I'm just gonna hop in right now. We saw this game 2 weeks ago, and it was like combined 21 points, if that. Uh, Chiefs, Broncos, under 47 and a half. I don't even know where they got this number from. I mean, this should be free money. Like they literally played on October. They played 17 days ago, and the total was 26. 17 days ago. What's gonna be different?
game. I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think the Chiefs
It's
like
weird seeing a Chiefs total below 50, but I mean, it makes
and
sense.
like in the under that
Yeah.
I don't know this like if it's not gonna be the Broncos that kill me on this. I'll tell you that. And so
Sorry.
if I lose on just the Chiefs, I'll be all right with that. But if it becomes like if this is like some shootout,
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I just. But there's no way because this Chiefs defense was great 2 weeks ago when they played them, and I expect the same. So that's just
Yeah,
it seems free. It seems free out here.
adds up to me.
Um,
Checks out here.
0-3 last week. Chris was 3-0. The little swap from earlier in the. Now
We
it's not.
did.
Yeah.
We are sitting at about even. We're both 1 over 500. Brady has 2 pushes, but we are 21 and 19 and 2 on the year.
I
So
love the win
about break
percentage.
even.
What's up with this profit?
Yeah. So that's if you bet. I guess the listeners aren't looking at the spreadsheet, but I have a
Can we
spreadsheet.
share
And I
this?
can start posting, I guess.
I was gonna say, can
But
we
if you
share this?
bet, we could just make it open to everybody if people want to look at it.
Yeah, just make it so they can be viewers or whatever.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to edit, like, they can be viewers, but they can edit the bet amount. Because at the bottom here, you can
Oh, and you can
change how
tell.
much you bet
See how much
per
profit you would make.
pick and how much you would be up on the year. So with the casino fee, like the minus 110, you're basically breaking even with you are breaking even 2 wins over 500
Cool.
based on all. If you took every pick this year and if you bet $10 on every one of our picks, you'd be up $1. So
Hey,
whatever that's worth.
profit. But this is if you did it straight, like you did all the wise picks straight each week.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, if you parlayed them every week, you'd be down everything because we haven't hit all 6.
Yeah. Yeah, we were close. We've been close a couple times. And we did it last year a couple times, twice.
We did it twice last year, I think.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Yeah, we did hit it twice last year. This let's get this tweeted out. We'll get this tweeted out to the fans. I think that would be cool to be able to put in. And I think there's a way you could do it where they can just do comments on it. So if fans wanted to comment on the wise picks themselves, we could read them.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Feels like maybe a dangerous game, but
It could be. It could be a dangerous game. All right.
do like status updates every week. Just post this top chart here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our season stats look like, and then the column of the week.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
I've had a lot of fun making this spreadsheet. I'll say that.
All right. Today we're gonna be doing something. I mean, it's not new, but it's just something we've actually sat down and wrote out as a podcast while we do it. I'm grabbing my notebook. Sorry. We're gonna be making a wise parlay together on the pod for week 8 that we both agree on, and you're gonna be able to watch us cook it live. So, Chris, we're gonna do no wise picks in the parlay because I think that makes sense, and we'll try to do games that we didn't already touch. So,
Yep.
starting from the top, are you looking at FanDuel or DraftKings? Just so we're looking at the same thing.
I have DraftKings up. FanDuel keeps locking my account. I don't know why, so I'm kind of beefing with them.
All right, I'll put up DraftKings. And we'll get this started. What's the first game on your screen?
Commanders Eagles, wouldn't you know?
Look at that.
It's a disgusting game.
Do we want to stay away on our teams? Or
we could. I mean, AJ Brown anytime touchdown is pretty safe right now.
Especially against
that or like whatever his total is. I don't think they're gonna let Forbes play against it.
I was gonna say, is he gonna be benched for a good while now? What's up with Forbes?
I don't know, honestly. I've been pretty disconnected. I just after last week. Really since the Bears game, but this Giants game was so freaking miserable that I just can't bring myself to like put energy into this team right now. It's just gonna make me upset.
Okay, so
I don't know why they can't play him this week.
The first 5 games on FanDuel are either wise picks or our team. So let's just skip all them. We'll talk about the Pats.
Okay.
Actually, do we want to throw the Pats in there? I wanted to pick them as a wise pick so desperately.
Really?
But I decided against it. They lost to the Dolphins again like 2 weeks ago. Nah, this was a couple weeks ago, but
it was week 2.
It was week 2. Yeah, it was like 5 weeks ago. But it was still relatively soon. They lost by how much? Was it? It was under 9.
5?
Was it 5?
The one score.
Yeah, it was a 1-score game. Yeah, they lost by 7 points. So 9. I mean, they don't have Christian Gonzalez against Tyreek Hill this time. But they now have J.C. Jackson, which I don't know if that's better. I don't know if that's might be worse. Okay, let's stay away. But talking about the Pats, they won against the Bills, and I was excited. It was a great game the whole time. Normally, I get on here even when we win and I bitch about something, and I'm not gonna do that. I enjoyed this win very much. I enjoyed dunking on the Bills fans a lot because it was really funny that they lost to this terrible New England team. I still don't think they're good, but now they're a little feisty, so that's something. I don't know what this means for the future of Mac or whatever.
You
but
beat a team that you don't like.
What?
Oh, always you beat one of your rivals.
Yeah, it's always good, right?
Which in and of itself is a good moment.
And I think coming off that, what I see is that was like a Belichick statement win. He took the I think I tweeted this out, but he took the secret deal right before the game, and then he put his nuts in the Bills' face.
Tweet that out was very aggressive.
They were 7.5-point underdogs at home. Stole the victory. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's a good win.
Yeah, great win.
Good win.
A nice gritty at the end, and Mac Jones is now one. Mac Jones is now 1 of 14 game-winning drives. So good for Mac Jones. He got his one game-winning drive of his career. So
Good job, Mac.
I'm proud of him.
It's a pretty shocking stat.
That's pretty appalling, isn't it? All right, so let's not bet the Pats. Let's go down and get some of these other teams in
Okay.
here. Texans, Panthers. Anything we like here? I mean,
Couldn't make up my mind here. I wanted to take the Texans, but Panthers are coming off a bye.
Panthers got to get a win at some point, right?
Right? Yeah.
And like this would be
Against. Or wait, the Texans are coming off a bye too. There were a lot of teams on bye.
there were 6 teams on bye this last week and 0 teams this
and
week.
there's none this week.
It doesn't make any sense. No. Why not 3-3? Come on, NFL. What the hell are we doing here?
I feel like this game could be fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think this game
Maybe over.
Fun. Yeah. What's the line? It's
43.5.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like that. I think this could be shootout no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm down for that. Let's lock that in as the first leg. Texans Panthers. Will Anderson might eat this game too. Is there
Might, yeah.
Is there a prop for his sacks or whatever?
Check. Defense props. Oh yeah, sacks. He's even money for one sack.
Should we throw in a sack? Nah, we'll keep it out. We'll see what else we can
No,
get.
he only has one sack this year.
All right.
These are shitty odds.
Yeah, those are bad odds, even for a guy who has one sack this season. All right, Colts Saints. Anything here? I mean,
I feel like this is a stay away game unless we do props.
Yeah, I'm down for let's put a pin on that one for props, but that'd be it. I kind of like Minshew anytime touchdown. Anytime touchdown.
But he seems like a guy who after the game he had last week, he's just gonna be a mess this week.
I get those vibes.
He was a mess last week, too.
Yeah, I get those vibes
a lot. I think he had like 4 turnovers last week. He was literally Jameis.
Yeah, he was.
Like
he
they
was
were
all over
awesome.
the place.
That was the best game of the week.
That was the best game of the week.
Which is crazy.
I don't think. See, I think there's a way. Like this could be a sneaky like Colts blowout.
Really? I kind of like the Saints this week.
They can't move the ball.
They're
Jay Carr's a check down machine.
The Saints are such a flip flop team. They lost last week. They're like a pattern team. I'm staying away from the Saints because they've been on like. You just get a different version of them every week, but that's my gut.
All right, let's stay away for now. We both like Seattle.
I like Seattle.
-3.5 or just straight up? What scares me is the Browns' defense here.
Let's just do straight up.
Yeah, all right. Let's do Seahawks money line.
This could be an ugly game.
Yeah, and let's not.
Definitely be an ugly. This has the makings of like a 18-14 game, like that.
Yeah, and I think
Browns' offense is not good.
No, and they keep squeaking out. They got 2 PJ Walker wins. They're not going to get a third in a row. They're not getting a third in a row.
Yeah. You gotta believe that.
Yeah. All right, so we're throwing in the money line. Let's get that out there. Chiefs Broncos weird. He kind of did the under on that. That was a wise pick. Baltimore Cardinals. 9.5 is way too many points.
There's something about the Cardinals.
No, and this is such like the Ravens just had a great victory. This is definitely Can we buy some points?
I don't love the Ravens here.
Can we buy some points and make this 11?
We could do that. Let me check. Alternate spreads, game lines. Cardinals +14 is -214. 11 is -147.
Should we throw in +11?
Reasonable.
Yeah, I think we should throw in +11.
Yeah, let's do that.
A cheeky alternate spread.
Okay.
All right, Cardinals alt spread. What, +11?
plus 11 for minus 147.
All right. All right.
Oh, I should be keeping track of this too.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So we have that. I love it. How many legs do we want? We keep it 4. We'll do 4,
We
and
don't
then
have too many games left, do we?
no. We have basically one more to cover, unless we want to throw in the Saints, and then we have the Sunday night and Monday night game.
Okay. What's our next game?
Bengals 49ers. This was the line I was staring at for so long.
Ugh.
Sam Darnold is gonna play. Brock Purdy was in the concussion protocol. Once he's in the concussion protocol, I'm pretty sure in the NFL, it's like you pretty much have a week. Like you have a week no matter what.
Yeah.
So I'm 99% sure Sam Darnold is going to play this game. The Bengals +4.
And they're coming off 2 losses.
That's what I'm saying. It's a terrible because
How could they possibly still be minus 4?
because are they really going to lose 3 in a row? But the Bengals, we got to look at like the Bengals were on bye last week, right?
Yeah.
So they're not gonna like they squeak out Seattle. They won 2 games in a row. They have their bye. But they need kind of a comeback game too, and this is against a good defense. Joe Burrow could look good. Jamar Chase is healthy, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's no issue there. T. Higgins is playing, but I'm still petrified. Still petrified of these Bengals.
You know,
What do you think here?
I stared at this one for a while too.
Even the over/under scares me.
Just throwing McCaffrey anytime touchdown.
We could do that. Yeah, we could definitely do that, especially with
Although I
Darnold.
feel like the thing that worries me is like the 1 week that we put it in, it doesn't hit. It's been like 16 weeks in a row.
Well, did it miss? Did it miss last week? Against
No, he scored.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, damn. And it's such terrible odds too, because it's could just totally ruin everything if that was the pick. Damn it.
I know.
What about 43.5? Both these offensives scare me though. But this could be like a 17-20
Yeah,
game.
I would say under. Yeah, I don't.
Should
Problem
we,
with the 49ers is they can just hang 40 on you on their own.
on just by the defense. The defense can hang
How
40.
much, like, how many points do you think Darnold changes this game? Like, what do you think if Purdy was guaranteed to play, what do you think the line would be here? Because I feel like it wouldn't be that different.
No, I think if anything, it's like -5.5 for the Niners.
Yeah, like I saw this and I forgot that Darnold was supposed to play.
Yeah, I think Darnold's like probably only 1.5 points. Because we don't even know, like, what if Darnold goes in there and he looks just as good as Purdy does? Like, everyone's been saying that for
He could.
every single week now,
could.
so it's very possible.
He also could look like
He could,
we've
yeah.
seen of Sam Darnold.
Yep. It also is funny that,
Yeah,
like,
this is another one kind of almost like that Titans game. It's like we just don't. The line can't just for Darnold because we don't know what the hell he's gonna look like.
you know what pisses me off? And this is a tangent that's not on the parlay, so I apologize for anyone who's waiting for the parlay to end. But what pisses me off is this 4th round pick worth it, 49ers? You could have started Trey Lance this week, your 3rd overall pick.
Yeah.
That you've been waiting freaking 2 years to start, 3 years to start. This is a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
Mismanage, complete mismanage. But okay, what do we do here?
Looking at defensive props.
Oh God.
Total turnovers. Arnold likes to turn the ball over.
It's true.
It's 2.5 for total turnovers.
Just in the game.
Yeah.
For the
3
Niners.
turnovers is a lot of turnovers. Just in general.
Okay.
Teams combined.
Darnold could get you 2, and Burrow seems to throw one. At least a fumble.
It does.
Seems to lick of something.
Or field goals. Field goals over 3.5.
No,
Seems
no,
like two teams
no,
are going to kick field
no,
goals.
no.
Oh,
Moody. Moody sucks, bro. That guy cannot hit a field
yeah,
goal to
that's fair.
save his life. I would not trust that at all.
True. It's fair. Uh,
Okay, what about Burrow over 2 touchdowns? It's plus 140, 124. To throw 2 passing touchdowns?
There are 2 touchdowns. Does he even pull up his stats on fantasy real quick? They just there's a stink with this offense. They're not what we're used to.
No, definitely not.
So it freaks me out. He's either thrown 0 or 2 touchdowns every week. 3 weeks with none, 3 weeks with 2 or 3.
I think he gets 2.
And back-to-back weeks. Okay. Let's do it.
All right, sweet. Joe Burrow. It intrigues me that it's plus money.
It's 2 plus touchdowns, right? Or
Well,
over
it's
1.5.
it's over 1.5.
Okay.
Plus 124. All right, so that's the parlay. Get it all in here.
Can we read them off?
Yeah, I'm gonna read them off as I get them in the once I put them all in the slit because I'm gonna get the odds out. So we have Texans, Panthers over 43.5 minus 108. Then we have Seahawks money line minus 185. We have Cardinals alternate spread plus 11. How do we get to alternate spreads? Is it on the top or is it? I see spread total.
I don't know. Mine was in DraftKings.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it in DraftKings.
Oh, you go to game lines, and you can see all of the different alt spreads.
Oh, there it is.
It was
Got
minus
Yeah,
147
I got it.
when I looked at it though.
Cool.
Okay.
So Cardinals minus 11, 147. Get it in the slit. All right, and then Joe Burrow plus over 1.5 touchdowns plus 124. All that if you put $10 on it, get yourself $111. So
Great.
total is plus 116 or 1016 plus 1,016 is our odds for.
I think those are good odds.
Yeah, I think those are pretty solid odds, especially for we have 3 favorites in there, or not favorites, but minuses in there. So I guess favorites.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Easy.
First ever
Is that going to
live
come
on
down to
draft.
the 4:00? Burrow throwing the touchdowns?
Yes.
Or no, Seahawks are at 4 too, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be that and the Seahawks. So this is week 8 of the Wise Parlay. I thought that worked out pretty well. I thought that was pretty cool and I thought that was a great way to go through all the games. Good job by us.
Nothing more fun than building a parlay with your boys.
Nah, yeah, nothing exactly. Nothing more fun than that. We'll get that. That'll be a separate post as well, right with the Wise picks. So I'm excited. Let's get it going. It's time for some basketball, or should we?
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Wait, we missed Sunday night.
Yeah. Wait. Sorry. Did you want to do a?
Bears
game?
Chargers.
Nah, let's skip the same game on this one. It's not even worth it.
That's a disgusting game.
No, this is terrible. This is go Apple picking.
It's actually a pretty good week of games, I think, and the primetime games are just terrible.
Yeah, including last night.
There's all of these 1:00 games are really close spreads.
Yeah, and then Sunday night is 8.5, and Monday is 8.
Yeah, great.
Lions bounce back game.
Oh, well.
Raiders, I feel like have no life. I feel like that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I feel like they should kick the shit out of the Raiders.
I'm excited for the Bears just because I'm excited for Teabag.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope he looks good on Sunday night. I think that would be cool, just to have
I can't
another.
believe they scored 30 points.
I know the second
Also,
he's.
why are the Raiders not starting O'Connell? Are they starting Hoyer? Like, that pissed me off. Like,
I don't
Josh
know.
McDaniels hates him for.
No, and it's like such a stupid. Like it's, you're all right. You're just giving up on the game.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
like why draft the kid then? Why'd you draft the kid?
Yeah,
He's not
I
gonna
know.
play over
It makes
Brian
no
Hoyer.
sense.
They do that. Like
Not the
same with
preseason
the
anymore.
Rams. Like the Rams had Zach Evans, a rookie running back. He was poised to start, and they signed
Darrell Henderson.
Rolls Royce and Daryl Henderson, and they used them instead. They signed him this week. It's like, why'd you draft the kid? Like,
Yeah.
this kid's been at practice this whole time. Why'd you draft him?
Yeah, poor guy.
I know. I feel bad for him. All right, I think it's time for some basketball. The NBA tip-off has commenced. I've already lost. Actually, let's see. I might have made some money last night. If I think I did, but my prize picks are back. I made some prize picks. I've already lost some prize picks. Yeah, I made $10 last night. All right, let's go.
There you go.
First bet of the season won. Tip off is really the spectacle, I guess we could talk about, because there was a ton of games on Wednesday. Everyone played. Nuggets, Lakers. Like this good team. I don't think this is anything sign of trouble for the Lakers. The concerning signs for me was D'Angelo Russell playing 36 minutes. He's terrible. Like, he is terrible. And
I was putting all this unders in my parlays on opening night.
and they probably all hit. He's lost on defense yet again. He turns over the ball all the time, and he shouldn't be their starting point. Reeves should have the ball in his hands over D'Angelo Russell, and I don't know why. That I feel like that'll get fixed. Russell seems like a guy that they were like the contract that they signed seems like that's a contract like, hey, we're gonna trade you in February type contract. Like it's like it, and
yeah, I was shocked that he was on the team to begin with.
it might be to try to get his value up early in the season. Like, hey, it's D'Angelo Russell. He could be your starting point guard, Chicago Bulls or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So that might be it. The bench is weird. Like, Cam Reddish is out there playing more than Rui, which I loved Rui last year way more than what I've ever seen out of Cam Reddish. Christian Wood is Christian Wood. He's been the same player every stop he goes, and he was the same the two Lakers games. And LeBron is on this weird minutes restriction, which I suspect will only last as good as the Lakers are. Like, if the Lakers are
is it just because he's old?
Yeah, I think it's just because he's old, and they don't want him playing 45 minutes early in the season. But if they start like they did last year when they have like that horrific like 1-11 start, which they won't. I mean, like they beat the Suns later this week, yesterday actually, and LeBron actually played 35, which is, it seems like it's over his minute restriction. So I guess it's already going over. But that minutes restriction will flow as the Lakers are good.
He doesn't seem like the type of guy who would act in accordance with a minutes restriction.
Oh no, he's the coach. Come on now, he's not doing no minutes restriction. He subs himself in when he wants to. In this game against the Suns, I didn't get to watch last night, but looking at it, a lot less minutes from D'Angelo Russell. AD had a fantastic night, torching up Yurkic, and but they'll be fine. They'll look good. The Suns looked good in their opening game against the Warriors. The Warriors, I know they kept it close, and it's because Kevin Durant looked old in that first game, but the Warriors' defense is really concerning to me. And especially for a contending team, this team is finals aspirations, and their best defensive players, Kevon Looney and Wiggins. I know Draymond was injured. I know that helps a lot. He's one of the best defensive players out there. But the duo of Chris Paul and Steph Curry is going to get headhunted.
It's not great.
No, they're gonna get headhunted on defense.
How much were they playing on the floor at the same time?
Okay, so the only game that they play again tonight, late tonight. They play the Kings, and
Mhm.
last game Curry was in foul trouble almost the whole game, so it affected his time on the court together. But they played, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure, 15 minutes together on the court, and
Oh, okay.
it just there's just not enough. Like Clay is not as good. Like he can't be Clay can't go up against Kevin Durant. He can't go up against Devin
Mhm.
Booker. And when you have a team like the Suns, who they're going to
Too
play,
old.
when they're going to play the Suns eventually, hopefully we get to see them play 7 games against each other. And
Mhm.
for all the Josh Okogie and Grayson Allen minutes, whenever Beal's back, there's no way they're guarding Beal, Kevin, and Booker with these guys.
Does anyone know?
Anyone know? Oh, is
Is
anyone
anyone guarding
though?
those guys though?
I tell you,
Yeah.
the Boston Celtics are guarding them. I'll tell you that. Um,
Right.
I don't know. I think like the Lakers have guys they can throw at them. You can. They have better defense, like at least better defensive options than like they're.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like the Warriors are praying that Gary Payton is like he needs to. He's gonna
The
have to play
men.
serious minutes. Yeah, the Min's gonna have to play serious minutes for this
Yeah.
team. Um, they need a big jump
Well,
from the
it's a
come
long
bucket too.
season.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And there's definitely a trade involved. With all these contending teams, there's always
Mhm.
a trade involved that like and I feel like you can get a good defensive center for cheap any season. So if they really, really wanted
Mhm.
to and they felt like
Yeah,
it was a
definitely.
presence, then that would be it. Uh the other only like the Celtics, they had a close game against the Knicks. Porzingis looked great. Jalen Brown did not look great. He looked horrific. $300 million for a guy who had like 4 turnovers. But anyways, the that game. I mean, there was just so much going on in this game. The focus, Wembenyama on Wednesday night was the focus. Mavericks won that game. Wembenyama ended up with 15 points. He had the same exact stat line as Tim Duncan in his opening career.
What in his first game?
Yeah,
How
yep.
did he only get one block?
That's what I'm concerned about. He had
Ow.
foul troubles though.
Make any
Um,
sense?
he had foul
Okay.
troubles really early, which caused him to miss almost all of the third quarter. And I think that's going to be a little like we're going to kind of have to get used to that a little bit. I think the first couple games of his career, he's probably
Mhm.
going to end up in foul trouble pretty quickly because when
Yeah.
you see him
Yeah.
out there,
Probably.
like when guys go to the rim, he physically does not know where to put his body if he's not blocking the ball. Like if he's not going for the block, like
Mhm.
if his teammates driving for the rim or if some guy's getting a rebound on his team that he's not, like he needs to get out of the way or else he's going to get hurt. And that's kind of like what he's been like he just kind of sometimes it seems like he's lost because he's too big.
Mhm.
He
I
doesn't
bet
know
he
how
is.
he doesn't know how to fit on the court yet. And
Well, and I'm sure like the game speed is so much different than it was in France.
oh yeah,
Like that's definitely gonna take a while to adjust to.
late in the game, well, I guess one of the stories of the game was Derek Lively for the Dallas Mavericks. Someone I got him there in the mock, I believe, and
Oh really?
I think so. I might be capping my ass off, but
Center?
yeah, center Derek Lively out of Duke.
Yeah, I think you did.
He had an
Or
amazing
maybe I did.
late in the game, just this put back dunk that I don't remember who like it was like a missed three, and he just comes screaming out of nowhere and slams this thing in, and it basically seals the game. At least it like momentum wise, it felt like. And then Luca and Kyrie masterfully handling the end of the game. And like Luca looked like he just put his he literally put the whole team on his back in one shot. I think Zach Collins is up blocking him, or whoever's guarding him, probably Devin Vassell is blocking him. And Wemby comes screaming up with his long 7 foot arm. And Luca, it's the first person I've seen who not getting stuffed by at a 3 point line by Wemby, like masterfully just
Mm.
nails at the last second of at at basically a buzzer beater uh, to seal the game. And after that, I was like, all right, this kid, he's ready for this season. He looks like he's coming in hot, and I hope tonight he puts on another show. Even though Tatum, I'm sure, is going for MVP. This Luca kid, like I want to see him. I want to see him finally get there. You know?
I know. Yeah. Well, it's like they moved backwards because like they made the playoffs a couple years ago and downhill since then.
Yeah, and I like there's I mean they're talking about like his teammates and stuff, but I think actually like I know their team is still not all put together. They still have plenty of holes, but I think I think Luca's ready to carry them to at least the play. Like he's not missing the playoffs this year. I'm ready for it.
I hope not.
And similarly, Zion Williamson looked looked back, looked like he was his old self. He was putting up some nice dunks. He was getting that. He was playing. He was playing the game, scoring some points.
He's out there.
Yeah, exactly. And he just it was nice to see him out there. Nice to see him look healthy and a little bit back. And hopefully that stays too. It seems like a lot of these younger stars have been getting in their own way, or stupid injuries and stuff have been getting in the way. And hopefully this
Mhm.
season just opens it up for all of them and they all
Yeah.
get going. Other than that, I can't say I watched every game that happened on Wednesday or can give you a good report on everything that happened on Wednesday. Bucks 76ers was a great game, 1 point game. That'll be exciting to see, hopefully throughout the whole season. And I guess like the biggest news would be this Harden fiasco that's going on in the NBA, where the 76ers, Harden is getting ready for the plane, and the 76ers tell him, "You're not coming. You're not coming with us." So
Wait, is that actually what happened?
yeah, he showed up to the airport ready to hop on the team's private jet, and the team said, "Sorry, James, you're not playing with us."
Gosh.
So it's getting bad. It's getting real bad. I saw a report today. It was
He
like
said disaster.
and part of me has to think, and maybe this is like the type of stupid thoughts that get NBA GMs in trouble and get people like LeBron James in trouble. But
Mhm.
if you're the Sixers, or no, if you're the if you're the Sixers and you have no leverage at all, basically you trade anything to get rid of this guy on your franchise. I'm the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm like, all right, why not? Why not? I mean, if you can get a
You
deal
don't
where you're
think they're already set up well?
no, I know they're set up well. I do think they're set up well. And this is the thinking that gets people in trouble in the league and will get me in trouble
Yeah.
on this podcast, which is like, but what if you get the real Harden back? Him, AD, and
Yeah,
Braun?
I
Like,
know.
well,
I mean,
come on.
The Nets did it,
The Nets did it,
and
and the
then the
70s
Mavs did it with
this
Kyrie,
and the 76ers
and
did
the
it.
Sixers did the same thing. Yeah.
The so it's something to put on the table if this D'Angelo Russell thing is still bad. And if there's no other like if
Yeah.
there's all right, what is this? Inside James Harden's return to the 76ers. Showed up the team. Yeah, he showed up in New Jersey to get on the plane. And they told him no. It'd be beneficial for him to remain in Philadelphia to continue to ramp up before going on the 2-game road trip. Yeesh.
Crazy.
So it'll be interesting to see if he plays in the league this year. Honestly,
Very interesting.
did you watch the Wizards at all?
Nah, I saw they got smoked.
This is gonna be I mean, Wizards Pacers is always 120 to 140, but it doesn't matter which team gets the 120, 140. It's one of the two who get the 120, 140. And this is I feel like this
I
is
will try to watch some more Wizards games this year. How's Koulibaly played as much as he did?
you might not want to. I feel like this is gonna be like every game.
I know they're bad. I
Yeah.
know.
And I think they kind of know they're bad too.
They just signed Denny to a contract too, which was kind of strange.
That didn't make any sense to me. What are you doing here?
4-year extension.
Come on. Did we not just get 4 years of Denny that we just saw exactly what he is? And you know what? This stat line that he just put up 9, 5, and 7. That's him.
That's like what he's averaged for the last
Like,
4
yeah,
years.
that's him. It's gonna be, and now you're gonna have 4 more years of him. Ugh.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't even think it's worth getting fed up over. See how they do.
In his career, he's averaging 8, 5, and 2. So it was actually a better game.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Although you can't really count his first year. Last year he averaged 9, 6, and 3. So he had 2 more assists than his last season average.
Normal.
Dead on there.
Brutal. It's good to have the NBA back though. These games are a lot of fun.
It is, yeah, it is nice.
A lot of storylines to jump on, and a lot of fun teams. If you're not a fan of if you're not a diehard fan of a team, there's a lot of fun teams to watch. So hop on if you haven't. Now it's time to bury our Philadelphia Phillies. And I don't know what to like. You want to take the floor, or should I say something? Or
Yes. I mean, we haven't really talked about him much on the podcast, so there's not like a lot of background, at least, that you have with me. But it really felt like this year there was no one that was going to beat him. Like the way that they were hitting the baseball, it just felt like they were going to home run everyone to death. And they won the first 2 games of the series at home. The first game, it got a little close, but they won handily. The second game was a complete blowout. It was like, all right, we're literally going to sweep these guys, clowns in Arizona. Go out, lose game 3, 2-1. It was like, whatever. They're probably going to win one in Arizona anyway. And then game 4 was when things really started to turn. They blew a 3-run lead in the 7th inning, gave up a run in the 7th, and then a 2-run bomb in the 8th, and then another single to lose it. Then it's 2-2. They win game 5 handily again, come back home, and shockingly lose 2 games in a row at home. It was sad. It was depressing. They scored 3 runs in 2 games at home. I don't know if they had even done that all season, scored that few, but it just didn't hit when it mattered most, and it was pretty crushing. It really was. And there's no like last year there was silver lining where it was like at least they got here and they've gotten experience and they want to pen it. This year it's like there's none of that. There's no at least we got here. There's no pennant to show off. There's no experience to be gained. Like they had the team and they failed. And yeah, that's about all there is to it.
okay, to look on a positive side, if there is a way to do that, if like going into next year, are there key free agents that are there on the table? Are there guys that are available that you think the Phillies can go get? What needs to happen this offseason to change the outcome for the next season?
I don't even know because it feels like they're set up. They need like one more consistent bullpen arm would be nice. I don't know who that could be, but Aaron Nola is a free agent, which is going to be interesting because he had a bad year this year, but he was so good in the playoffs up until game 6. So I don't think they're close on a track. At least they weren't like during the season. So I'm gonna doubt that he comes back. But then they'll need another starting pitcher just to get through the season. Starting pitcher and bullpen arm, I guess, would be the 2 things that they're gonna have to go get. I don't know, like there's nothing you can do to the lineup really. It's like they just didn't come through when it mattered, but they have before. So
Look, sometimes that's how the sports season ends.
Yep.
The gas just runs out. Is Diamondbacks Rangers good for baseball, bad for baseball? Does it matter for baseball?
Horrible
Horrible for baseball?
Horrible. Yeah. I mean, the Rangers are fine. But the Diamondbacks, no one cares. They have one marketable player, maybe two,
If
and it's Arizona. Like no one really cares.
no, if
They
you
won
put a,
84 games this year.
I wouldn't be able to name a player on the team if you put a gun to my head. And that's probably this true for like probably 20 baseball teams, but still, this guy
You know
is
any Rangers players?
nah. And I know we've talked about Rangers players on the pod. Let me see if all right, Max Scherzer, no that guy.
Scherzer, yeah, okay.
That's about it. Will Smith, I've heard that name. He played basketball though.
I'm not the same guy.
Yeah, no, he played basketball in Philly. Then had to go to Bel Air. Yeah, bad. I would say bad for baseball. As someone who doesn't. And so the Rangers were second in their division, and so were the Diamondbacks. Yeah, so there's not really a silver lining here.
No, I'm gonna out of spite not watch. I think.
Yeah, I think you should boycott. There's NBA basketball on. There's more important stuff on than
It's true.
the World
Yeah,
Series. The Wizards might be playing, so this might be something more
that's
important
right.
to watch.
Yeah, you won't catch me watching the World Series over a Wizards game.
Yeah, we got to see what Kyle Kuzma drops. All right, let's wrap this up with some college corner then. Get out of here.
We got Northwestern this weekend, I think, on the road. So always a tough game there, but should be a win. And then got Penn State coming up. Basketball starts in less than 2 weeks. Huge.
I'm all in on the basketball season.
I got. Oh dear.
I mean, I'm just I don't know what to say about these Cocks anymore. They got trounced in Mizzou. Trounced. Absolutely embarrassing performance. Like they just didn't even look prepared for the game. They didn't look like they wanted to go out there.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Harbor's finally getting the ball. It's about time. It's only
There we go.
only 7 games into the season. He thanked Shane Beamer for giving him the ball this week. I saw that quote. It's pretty sad that our 5-star freshman wide receiver that was the biggest get all season is thanking our coach for giving him the ball. Now we play Texas A&M.
Pretty funny.
Our games are now noon games. Like it's bad.
Oh no.
Like yeah, and like Jackson State's coming into town, noon game. Brutal. Like brutal game right there. Like
That does well. Yeah, that's better win that one.
yeah, no, better win that one. But like, I don't want to go to this game. Why do I want to go see us play Jackson State at noon? And then we have Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Clemson all at home. If I were to guess, the only one with a chance of a non-noon game is the Clemson game, and
Yeah.
that's because it's a rival game.
Mm-hmm.
They stink, man. They stink. And I feel
All
bad
right.
for Rattler. No, I feel bad for Rattler. He's putting this team on his back. He plays well every game, and the rest of the defense can't stop. Like they can't stop a plastic bag flowing through the wind. They can't stop anything. And it's just like stupid like mistakes and just like I don't know, bad man. All field goals last game. Sad game. But basketball started. Basketball had their little midnight madness. I don't remember what we call it. I think we call it the Garnet and Black game. I did not attend this year, sadly. I had a big test yesterday. Worked out in my favor though, so I thought hopefully the grades isn't. I'm excited for this basketball team. I'm really all in.
Yeah, I'm stoked for our season.
The first game is a charity game against Walford on November 1st. So that'll be the
Did a deep dive on Walford last episode.
Yeah, we did do a deep dive on Walford.
Fletcher McGee.
Yeah, a lot of Fletcher McGee talk last episode. So if you missed out, you're really missing out.
More than you would expect.
Yeah,
perhaps.
definitely way more than you expect. So that's what is it, November 1st? That's coming up quick. That is
Yeah,
oh, it's
that's like this
Wednesday.
week.
It's Wednesday. Let's go.
There you go.
I'm so pumped. Uh I don't even care. Like I don't know if this team's gonna be great or not, but that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to just see a sea of
Yeah,
fresh
that's right.
team, got some fresh new faces, some returning guys that I like. Excited for some more Michi Johnson. Excited to see what this BJ Mack's all about. And it seems like there's a different attitude coming in this season than last year.
That's good.
And maybe it's because it's not all centered around Gigi. It's more centered around the team itself instead
Yeah,
of
that's
that we
right.
have this big star.
And no GG talk this year.
No Gigi talk. Let me see if he made he make the Memphis roster.
Grizzlies? Is that who it was?
Yeah, he got the Grizzlies. Did he make the roster? Yeah, it says I think so. Yeah. Look at Gigi making the roster. He's number 45, just like his pick. I to wrap up some Gigi talk, since we probably won't talk about him for a long time until he ever does anything in the NBA. But the fact that he went to South Carolina, like the fact that he left South Carolina this year instead of staying another year, I hate to say it, but might like cost him his career. Because
You think?
I mean, if he, I mean, okay, he'll probably play in the G League. He'll probably get some minutes, and he might look good. But he's 18 years old still, so he's still a long way.
Mhm.
But like, I feel like all these guys that they go up a year and then they skip and they try to get in early. Seems like it's like so rare that these guys work out, and I hope, of
Yeah,
course, I
I
hope
know
and
what you mean.
pray that this guy works out. But I'm hoping he gets minutes at this point. I'm not even worried about his scoring or his performance on the field. I'm just hoping he gets some minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think come next year we see at least one more Gamecock in the league, though. That's all I'm saying. We get one of these guys on this team
Hope so.
getting drafted. I hope it's Michi. He signed a 2-way contract with the team. So he's
Gotcha.
cool. Good for
Look,
Gigi.
good for him.
Yeah. That wraps up what I got. Yeah, that's all I got. I was gonna end it up, but
Good here.
cool. Well, it's good to be back. It's good to be talking to the fans live again. And thank you all for listening. Hope you all enjoyed. See everyone on Tuesday. Thank you all for listening.